Hi there digital makers, and welcome to this week's session of Digital Making at Home from the Raspberry Pi Foundation. My name is Mark and this is my son Jimmy.
Hello.
And the theme for this week that we're going to be looking at is make art. So we're going to use the Python programming language to make some modern art, which you'll be able to view on your screen. We're basing what we do today on a project that's already on our project site. So I'm just going to switch to our web browser, and then Jimmy is going to show you the project. So if Jimmy, you would like to go to rpf.io, /dm hyphen modern hyphen art. Brilliant. And this is a project we're going to make today. So you've got all the steps down the left hand side like normal, and you can follow along with them if you want, or you can code along with us in this video. And you can see that up on the screen there we've got lots of shapes being splashed all over the screen in sort of a random pattern and random colours, and that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to use is the platform Replit for this one. Okay, so if you go up to, that's brilliant, and just go to repl.it, hit enter. And do you know your Google account?
Yeah.
Go on in, log in, and you can log in with Google. And then
Okay.
Jimmy's into his. We'll verify later. We don't need to do it now.
Yeah.
Just go to a new REPL up at the top right there, and then we want Python with turtles, and you've got that as your top one. But people could search down if they don't, so they can scroll down to all the languages.
Oh, there's so
they
many.
can see. Yeah, there's absolutely tons of them. But you want Python with turtles, and then just create a REPL. We don't need to name it yet. We can rename it later. All right then. So what that's going to give us, it's going to give us our code on the left, and we've got the canvas on the right where we can do all our drawing. So let's start off with, let's just increase our font size a little bit, Jimmy. So if you go to that settings, if we change theme to dark because it just looks nicer, and font size to huge, and indent to 4 because that's the proper indentation in Python, yeah?
Yep.
And then we can get rid of that sidebar. I think if you click on settings again, that's it. Brilliant. Right, so what we want to do first is we want to import the turtles module, because without that we can't actually draw on that canvas over there. So if you just go from turtle, import, and then in all like coding languages you've got this idea that an asterisk means everything, yeah? So we can just go asterisk. And that just means absolutely everything. So it's going to import everything from the turtles module. Brilliant. And enter. Right, let's just show everyone at home what the turtles module does. So there's lots of different commands that we can use. We're going to use the shortest one, so we have to do the least amount of typing today. So instead of saying forward, which you can do, we're going to say FD, and then open brackets, and then 100. And then if you hit run, that will then draw, yeah?
Yeah.
Brilliant. And we can also change the colour of that line and of our turtle. So if you go, let's put a line in between, that's it. If we say, let's go colour, remember you have to use the American spelling, brilliant, American spelling of colour, open brackets, and then we can put some numbers in there. So we can say how much red, how much blue, and how much green we want to have. And what's the number range for colours?
So anywhere between 1 and 255.
Anywhere between
0 and
255.
255.
So how much red do you want?
I have 47.
And how much green?
73.
And how much blue?
194.
Okay, and we hit run, and we'll get a different colour there. Okay, so we can, though, make that completely random, yeah? So Python has the ability to generate what are called pseudo-random numbers. They're not really random, they're sort of random. And we can do that. To do that, we need to import the random module, though. So if underneath our imports, that's it, from random, import, and then we'll use rand int. No, all lowercase.
Oh.
That's it. Right. From random, import rand int. Okay, good. And now what we're going to say is we're going to get each of those 3 colours assigned to random numbers, yeah? Okay. So above where you've got colour,
Yep.
just hit enter a couple of times to separate our 2 bits of code. And we'll say we can go red equals randsint, and then open brackets, and then we need to choose the lowest number that it can be,
So 0.
and then comma, and then the highest number it can be.
Space or no space?
It doesn't really matter. It won't alter our code, but I always like to put spaces.
Okay.
That's it. And then we can do the same for blue and green.
So I can just copy this and paste it 3 times. And then so that would be green and blue.
Brilliant. And then inside our colour, when we're changing the colour, we can, that's it, you know what you're doing, we can go red,
Ooh.
green and blue.
And now whenever we run our code,
We get a different random colour. Brilliant.
Okay.
All right, so, but what we want to do is we want to, so we've got that way of changing random colours. Later on in our code, I'm going to want to change that colour all the time.
Mm-hmm.
So that block of code that we've got there, we want to turn that into a function. That's something that's like a block of code that we can call over and over again. So just above red, put another. That's it, and one more. Let's go def. That's how we define a function in Python. And then what should we call it? Random color.
Yeah, random color.
And then we need.
I'll do the English.
You'll do the English one. We can call our functions whatever we like. So Jimmy wants to call it using English spelling. We're going to use English spelling for the colour. Yeah. But for the turtles module, you have to use the American spelling of colour. So we need an open and close brackets at the end of that. And then we need a semicolon after the brackets. That's sorry, my mistake, a colon. Good. So we've defined the function. Now everything inside a function is indenting by 4 spaces. So we want those 3 colours where we've defined them to be random. We want those indenting. So we want 4 spaces there, or a tab.
Oh. Right, there we go. So there's 4 spaces, and I'll press tab for these 2 because it's quicker.
Good. And then we also want that colour indented as well. That's it. And then you can remove that that line break you've got on line 9. We can get rid of that.
Yep.
Right. Now if we run this, we're not actually going to get a random colour. So let's have a look. So it's just going to be black all the time. And the reason is we haven't called our function yet. So just above where you've placed forward 100, if you call the function, can you remember how to do that?
No.
No. Okay, so we just use the function name with an open close bracket. So your function's called random colour. That's it. And now run it. Every time we run it now, we get
purple.
a different colour. Okay? Cool. All right, now we're going to do the same for where the turtle starts, so where it is on the screen. So above random colour, we'll put a couple of line breaks because we like a couple of line breaks between functions. We won't write the function yet. Let's just show everyone how we do random location. So what we want to do is we want to tell that turtle to go somewhere. So the way we can do that in Python is just in turtle is to say go to. So we can go to and then open bracket. That's it. Open brackets. And then we need an X and a Y coordinate. X is
left and right.
And Y is
up and down.
Good. So where do you want it to go to? Just give us some numbers.
So 50 and comma 40 and 32.
Okay, run it. And now it's gone to a different place. But can you see how it's drawn a line when it did the go to part?
Yeah.
Yeah? So the way we can stop that from happening is we can tell it to do pen up before the go to and pen down after the go to. So just before your go to, add a pen up.
Is it?
No, it's just pen up.
Oh, is it?
All one word. With open close brackets. And then a pen down after the go to. And now run it. And now it will go to that location you've told it to go to. Let's increase those numbers a bit so people can see what they are. I'll go to like 200 or something like that. That's it. There we go. Okay.
Okay.
Right then. Let's now make those numbers random. So let's make that X and Y random. How are you going to do that?
So would I just put random to start off
You
with?
could do that. Yes, you definitely could do that in there. Okay. But we're going to make it a little bit easier for us to see which X and which Y is in that. So let's, like we did with the red, the green and the blue, yeah? Let's do the same thing. Let's call X, so before the go to, we can say X equals, let's have some basics. X equals, and then that's it.
Random.
Now, the X is quite wide, yeah? On the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause there's quite a lot of space left and right, but there's not a lot of space up and down. So if we go for our X, if we say it's anywhere between -400 and 400, because the centre of the screen is 0, 0. So we can go anywhere between -400 and 400, but the Y will make slightly smaller. Let's do -300 to 300 for the Y. That's it. Good. And then in our go-to, we can just put XY now. Well done remembering space. And run that. Okay. And every time we run it, it's going to a new random location on the screen. Are we getting an error message down there? Just stop.
Oh, that's because I ran it twice.
All right. Okay. Brilliant. So we're now going to a random location, and let's pop that all into a function, shall we?
So
Just do it below the random colour.
do you want the pen up?
Yeah, basically all the code that we've got there needs to be in it. So def good, open close brackets, put a colon, that's it, and then indent everything we've got in there that applies to going to a random location. We don't want the random colour, that's it, all of that we want. And can we just remove those extra line breaks we've got in there? Again, doesn't make a difference to your code. I'm just pedantic about it. Okay. All right then. And what if we run this now? Is it going to go to a random position?
No.
Why not?
We haven't called the function.
Yeah, we haven't called the function. So let's call the function just before we draw.
Oh.
Outstanding. Okay, now run it.
And there we go.
Brilliant. Okay, now we're going to draw some shapes, yeah?
Yeah.
So let's start off with a rectangle, okay? So again, just underneath your random position function that you defined, come up a couple of lines. Am I boring you?
Sorry. Very tired.
I'll go to line 18 and enter a couple of line breaks. That's it. And then we'll just start straight off by creating a new function, yeah?
Yep.
So let's go def, we're going to draw a rectangle, so.
Call it a rectangle then.
Cool. That's it. And now we don't have to do the indentation now, it's done for us, yeah? When you hit enter, it's going to indent for us. Right, rectangles have two properties, what are they? Oh, come on, this is primary school maths. A rectangle can be length and width, Jimmy.
There are different lengths and widths.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, so let's say length equals, and we want this to be a random number as well. You don't need the brackets then. That's it. Length equals, oh, there we go. Length equals random, open brackets. And then what, given that we're estimating this is about 800 and it's about 300. What should we make our rectangles?
So if that line there is about 100,
Do we want any bigger than that, or
say
a little bit bigger?
anywhere between 100 and 200.
Okay, cool. Let's do the same for width.
And we'll go 100 between 200.
Good. Okay then. So how many sides? You better get this one right. How many sides does a rectangle have?
4.
Okay, good. So we want it to move, turn 90 degrees, move, turn 90 degrees, move, turn 90 degrees, move. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some repetition in there. So how do we do that in Python? Can you remember? You don't have to get this one right. Can you remember how we do like repeat
4.
things? Yeah, good. A for loop. So underneath width, let's indent again.
Again.
Yep.
Like that.
No.
Oh,
Sorry,
okay.
I meant yeah. So 4. Space, and then we'll just call it side. Yeah, the variable side in. No.
No.
Take out the brackets. Space.
Oh.
In. Range. Right. Now, if we were drawing a square, this would be easy. We just repeat it 4 times, yeah? But we're doing changes here. We're doing length, then width, then length, then width, yeah?
Yeah.
So we only want to repeat this 2 times.
So I have a 2 in the brackets.
Yep. And then what do you need right at the end? For
A colon.
Good. Enter. And we've got double indentation now. Okay, so we want it to go forward length. Brackets after the forward. That's it.
And then the same for width.
Yep.
And then we also need a 90-degree turn.
Yeah. So RT or LT.
So I'll do RT 90.
Do you think that's going to work? I think you're missing one line. Well, you haven't called the function yet, so
Okay.
call the function. That's it. Take out that forward 100 and call the function.
Rectangle.
Yep.
That.
Run it.
And we need something.
You need another right turn in there.
Have right 90. There we go.
That's it. Like this.
Hopefully.
There we go. Okay.
So now we're getting random rectangles in like random colours and random positions.
Cool. Now let's make those a little bit more colourful though, because at the moment they're just empty. What we can do is we can say begin fill and end fill within our function to fill the rectangle with colour. So if you just go up to above that, before the for loop. That's it. Begin fill.
So like that.
Yep.
Brackets.
Yeah, brackets at the end, and then right at the bottom after the for loop. End fill. Cool. Let's run that.
There we go.
Bit slow, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's speed it up. So go right up to the top of your code, and underneath there, say speed, open brackets 0. That's it. And that's much faster now, yeah?
Yeah.
We're getting our random things all over the place. Right, let's scroll down. So we've got random colour, random position, random rectangle. Let's put all that into one of those repeating loops, yeah? So if we click just after the end fill, come down, and again. And now let's add another for loop. You're doing the default programmer thing of saying I. Let's call it for shape. So I is used very commonly in programming for when you're doing these repeating loops, and Jimmy's done like quite a bit of Python programming, so he keeps using that I variable. The problem is it's not very descriptive of what your for loop's doing. So a much better one is to say for shape in range, or we could say for rectangle in range. Let's open close brackets. And how many excuse me, how many rectangles do you want?
So I have 12. a colon.
and then just indent all that colour.
So I'll do that by just highlighting it and pressing tab.
Cool. Let's run that. Brilliant. And now we've got our own model. Oh, I think 12's a bit
Much.
P. Yeah, let's do no more. We want more.
120.
Yeah, let's do 120. Go for it.
And there we go.
That's more modern arty. Right, but it would also be cool if we could have like another shape in there, yeah?
Yeah.
What shape do you want to do?
Do we have time for a star?
We have time for a star, yeah? Should we put some stars in?
Yeah.
Okay, let's create another function for star.
So I'll make some spaces and I'll do def star and put the colon outside of the bracket.
Cool, and then we want to begin fill at the beginning. Open close brackets on the end of that. And then we want to pick that's it. Take that. You've got an extra bracket in there,
right.
that's it. Hit
There
enter.
we go.
Okay, we want to pick a size for the star, so just create a variable called size and give it a random integer.
Should I do that? So size equals random. Go a bit smaller. 50, 150.
Cool. And then how many sides do we want our star to have? 5?
5.
Yeah,
Maybe
got
5.
5. So we're in a for loop because we're going to do a repeating thing again. So go for size for side again. We can reuse the same variable name if we want. For side in range 5. Okay, that's it. Good. And then we basically want to turn and then move forward size. So let's go for left turn. So LT open brackets, and we'll go for 144, and then enter, and then forward size. Good. And then at the end of that for loop,
End fill.
we want to end fill.
So
That's it.
end underscore fill. And there we go.
And now we need to.
So yeah.
What do we need to do?
We need to now call the function.
Good. Let's call the function.
So I can now just put here star some colons. Colons are brackets, and there we go.
Absolutely excellent. Right, we have gone on for 23 minutes. Let's just quickly do a circle, yeah? Because circles are really easy.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So underneath your star function, really quick, do def circle. Brilliant. And then give it a size. Oh, well done. I don't think, yes, yeah, you don't need, that was really good thinking, yeah? But you don't need begin fill to do this the way I'm going to do it.
Oh, okay then.
Okay. So just set a size variable. And then on the next line, it's really simple in Turtles. You just say dot, open brackets, size, and that'll draw us a filled circle.
So now just put down here circle with.
Do you want to spell it with
Not
C?
circle.
No.
We don't want a circle. We want a circle. No capital. And there's tiny little dots.
So should we make the size a little bit bigger because
Yeah.
they're really tiny?
So I'll go 500. And I'll say 700. That might be a bit big, but we'll try it.
They're still tiny. Why are they so tiny?
Can I save?
Hmm.
Do you need to save on Ripple?
Yeah, this should just work. Random. Oh no, because you just said size equals what? You haven't said random integer.
Ah.
I don't know why that even worked. Oh, because you just created a tuple that wasn't being used.
Okay.
Now you can probably stop and
Sweet.
going on forever. We could probably take that 120 down now to like a third of that. Right, so size equals random 500, 700. That's going to be too big now.
Yeah.
Let's do...
50 and 150.
I think that might be a bit big, but go on.
Okay, I'll go 50 and 100. Yeah, it's a bit big. I'll go 20 and 40.
Okay.
Okay, that's better.
Now, one thing I've noticed, yeah,
is
that we've always got the star, the circle, and the rectangle all
Next to each
basically
other.
in the same place. So can we, like, how can we make them so they're more random? That's it.
So we'll take that random pos, put that underneath rectangle, and then we'll put it underneath star, and we'll put it underneath circle. And now, there you go. We're getting random positions. They're all still the same colour. We could change that by doing exactly the same with random colour.
Yeah.
So, take random colour. I'll put that underneath. I won't put that underneath that random pos. I'll put it underneath this random pos. This random pos and this random pos. And now, there we go. Modern art.
Absolutely fantastic. Well done, Sunshine. That's brilliant. Okay, that's all from us and Jimmy today. Can we just show them how to share? So if they click on the share button, you've got this link down at the bottom, so just highlight your link. So that's the link, and you can share that with us at rpf.io/home. Please remember to check out all our other videos. We've got Christina and Mark also coding this week, making their art. I think Mark's doing some artwork in Scratch and Christina's doing some artwork in Python. But otherwise, that's all from us, and we shall catch you all next week. Say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.